I've always had a soft spot for sukiyaki. It's one of my favorite Japanese dishes. Warm, savory, and somehow ceremonial in the way it brings people together around a bubbling pot. It's deceptively simple to make and yet delivers such rich, layered flavors that it always feels like a treat. Sukiyaki actually has a pretty interesting history. It became widely popular during the Meiji era, around the late 1800s, when Japan was opening up to the West. Before that, beef wasn't commonly eaten due to Buddhist influences. But with the modernization push, beef became trendy, and sukiyaki, beef cooked with veggies in a sweet savory broth, quickly won hearts. Today, it's a beloved comfort food in Japan, often associated with special gatherings or celebrations. The best sukiyaki I ever had, surprisingly, wasn't in Japan. It was in Shanghai. Everything in Shanghai felt so much cheaper compared to the US, and the quality? Just chef's kiss. I still remember the thin slices of marbled beef, dipped in raw pasteurized egg, which is how it's traditionally eaten in Japan. Sounds weird, right? I can practically hear someone going, "You already?" But trust me, it's heavenly. The raw egg coats the beef, giving it this velvety texture that's impossible to describe unless you try it. Back in the US, though, pasteurized eggs are basically luxury items now. I couldn't find any when I last made sukiyaki, so I poached an egg instead. It wasn't the same, but it did the trick. Making sukiyaki at home is surprisingly simple. The key is good quality beef, sliced thin enough to melt in your mouth. Then you gather a variety of vegetables: Napa cabbage, chrysanthemum greens, if you can find them, onions, long green onions, carrots, and a few types of mushrooms. I like to throw in shiitake and enoki. You'll also want tofu. Grilled tofu has more texture, but regular is fine too, and shirataki noodles, those slightly chewy yam noodles that soak up flavor so well. That said, sukiyaki isn't picky. You can totally improvise with what you have. I've used cabbage, spinach, eggplant, even bean sprouts. Not all are classic sukiyaki ingredients, but once they soak in that delicious sauce, magic. And the sauce, it's ridiculously easy, just soy sauce, sake, mirin, and sugar. I boil the sake and mirin first to let the alcohol evaporate, then stir in sugar and soy sauce until everything's dissolved. I usually make a big batch and keep it in the fridge. It lasts for at least a month, probably longer, but I never manage to keep it that long because I use it up too fast. Once everything's prepped, you just arrange the veggies, beef, tofu, and noodles in a pot, pour the sauce over, and let it simmer. The smell alone will make you feel like you're in a cozy izakaya somewhere in Tokyo. So yeah, sukiyaki may have started as a symbol of modernization in Japan, but for me, it's become something deeply personal. A dish I return to again and again. Not just because it's delicious, but because it reminds me of travel, warmth, and the joy of sharing food with others, even if I have to fake the raw egg part.